Hello. Well, this is something I'm very, very slowly writing because, yeah, I don't like to sit here for hours. Um, it's 13 days after the accident, and that's not good for my back. But, yeah, I have been thinking about this, and the system is as follows. So, I have a date starting from before Christ until today. It's not complete yet. Here are about 60 pages, but I will need 200 of them probably, because most pages, to avoid them getting boring, have 1,000 letters. So then for 200,000 letters, you need 200 pages. And so for the moment, let me see. I have something about Constantinople. That's Istanbul. Then I have written this morning about the Medici and Savonarola, explaining that all the art from Istanbul came to Florence through the Medici family, and Savonarola was against it. And then in 1505, they start constructing the St. Peter Basilic. And then in 1517, Luther is complaining. And then in 1532, Machiavelli wrote Il Principe. And then in 1539, you have Copernicus about the earth and the sun, and the earth turning around the sun. And then in 1572, there is a Bartholomeus Night. And then in 1600, Marie de' Medici gets married to the King of France. She's the grandmother of Louis XIV. In 1633, we have Galilei. And then in 1661, we have Louis XIV getting into power. And then in 1678, we have Newton. And then in 1732, the Hermitage in St. Petersburg gets built. And in 1735, we have Linnaeus, who said that all plants and later also all animals can be divided into families of plants and animals. And then in 1748, we have Montesquieu with the separation of power. And in 1762, we have Rousseau, who wrote Emile, and it's a romantic writing. And then in 1774, we have Goethe with Werther, 2 million copies sold, very, very much about a romantic life. And then in 1790, we have Hutton, the first geologist in Scotland. And then we have Napoleon, and we have, Alexander von Humboldt in 1805, and then something about the chemistry and the stars. And then we have, Victor Hugo with the play Lucrezia Borgia in 1833. And then we have Alexis de Tocqueville, and then Charles Dickens with Oliver Twist. And then we have Karl Marx, who wrote a book, not that successful in the beginning. Then we have the very important Napoleon III, married to Eugénie de Portocarrero. Well, my grandmother, she also has that name, Portocarrero, and she believed she was family of Eugénie, who was an empress. And then Max Havelaar, it's a Dutch writer. And again, Victor Hugo with Les Miserables, the abolishment of slavery, the American Civil War. So you see, it's endless, all the things you can write about. It's still a lot of work.